Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's nasdaqwitharshia. Today, we're going to be doing a video on Bitcoin for beginners. Before we begin, I want to say that I'm not a financial advisor, and you should always do your own due diligence and research before taking part in any investment scheme. Let's get into it. So while I share today's notes, please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. It really helps the channel, so thank you. So when we think of Bitcoin, the first question that arises, at least to me, is what is Bitcoin and what makes it so powerful? So Bitcoin is the biggest form of cryptocurrency. It is the most well-known one and it's been the most adopted. Investopedia article says, Bitcoin offers an efficient means of transferring money over the internet and is controlled by a decentralized network with a transparent set of rules, thus presenting an alternative to central bank-controlled fiat money. That's the reason why it is so powerful and popular. Before we go any further, we need to go over the definition of money. So money is an agreed upon, accepted value as a form of payment. So money in itself has no value and just money, but only it has value because we have all agreed and accepted it as a form of payment. So back in the day, you could have traded like dollar bills for gold, but we have all accepted this as payment. The problem with money is that it's centralized or controlled by the government and the bank and the treasury. So whatever currency you are using, whether it be dollars, euros, rupees, whatever, it is entirely at the whim of the government's choices. For example, when the government decides to print more and more money and devalue the US dollar, you don't have a say in it. Your hard-earned money is eaten away by inflation in the bank. The nice thing about Bitcoin is that it does not have all these problems because it's decentralized and that solves everything. And if we look at our Crashers article, there are so many advantages of using Bitcoin. They have greater liquidity relative to other cryptocurrencies. They have increasingly wide acceptance as a payment method, as in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has an international transactions that are easier than regular currencies. They generally have lower transaction fees. They have anonymity and privacy relative to traditional currencies. And when I say they, it's in the sense of Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies. And independence from political agents and creators. So it's not controlled by like a central bank or any state entity. We also have built-in scarcity, means that only 21 million will ever exist, and it won't cause inflation, which is really nice. Every computer is part of the blockchain, and it keeps a copy of a ledger that keeps track of people's Bitcoin, and nobody can see it. This is why it is like nearly impossible to take down the system, because you will have to take down thousands and thousands of computers all across the world who are part of the Bitcoin blockchain. And they each hold a copy of the ledger. And as I said before, it is also protected against inflation, and it is not subject to one person making all the decisions and choices. And Bitcoin solves all the problems with fiat currency. But there arises the question, will Bitcoin be the adopted currency instead of fiat currency? So what usually happens with crypto and business in general is that it rises to the top and takes all of the market shares. For example, with search engines, you don't know InfoSeek or AltaVista. You only know Google. The market cap of Bitcoin is $1 trillion right now, and it just passed $60,000 per Bitcoin. And one thing is that if you are thinking of investing in Bitcoin, you don't have to buy the whole entire coin. You can buy small amounts. Like, for example, you can buy half a Bitcoin or you can buy a quarter of it, and so on and so forth. And I can see that happening, as in it's taking over the regular fiat currency, because Tesla has already started allowing customers to pay in Bitcoin. So if we go to a Bloomberg article, we can see that in the headline itself, it says that Tesla now accepts Bitcoin as payment for cars, Musk says. And he also says that it won't be converted to fiat currency. Chief Executive Officer Elon Musk on Wednesday tweeted that you can now buy a Tesla with Bitcoin and that paying by Bitcoin will also be available to customers outside the US later this year. He added that Tesla will only use internal and open source software and that any Bitcoin paid to the company will be retained as Bitcoin and not converted to a fiat currency. All vehicles will be priced in dollars, however. And that is just mind-blowing. And will Bitcoin be the cryptocurrency of the internet? That's another question we have to ask ourselves. So remember, the one that rises to the top wins. So answer most likely yes, because in the previous question we discussed that it will most likely rise to the top. But how do we invest in Bitcoin? There are three easy steps. First, you need like a crypto wallet. There are two types of wallets for Bitcoin. A software wallet, that means like wallet on your electronic or smart device, tablets, mobile phones, computers, and a hardware wallet, which is a device that connects to your computer and is considered safer by most people. Once you have a wallet, you need to buy some Bitcoin through an exchange. Some famous exchanges include BlockFi, Gemini, and Coinbase. Finally, all you need to do is draw the Bitcoin from your exchange and send it to your wallet. And that's all for today. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found this information helpful, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe down below. See you in the next video.